These are the two types of traffics that you need to know about when it comes to building a funnel for your coaching business, your agency, or your consulting business. And if you don't know the differences between the two and how they impact things, it's going to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars in revenue and sales. My name is Gavin Wiener. I'm a top-rated freelancer in no-code automation and sales funnels. I've worked with 100 plus businesses at this point, from coaching businesses to local service businesses to agencies to consulting businesses. And I've got a background in computer science, so I know everything from a technical standpoint and then also how it fits together in the marketing standpoint. The two types of traffic that you have when it comes to your website or your funnel is hot and cold. And I'm obviously going to talk through what that actually means and then also the considerations we need to have when it comes to your funnel. Hot or warm traffic, you can pretty much think of it as organic. And the reason I say organic is because this means someone has found you on YouTube, for example. They have found you on Facebook. They've found you on Twitter, wherever, just typically social media. And the reason why we call it warm or hot traffic is if people find you organically like that, they've typically been following you for a little bit, even if it's just a week, but they've also likely consumed a couple of your posts, a couple of your YouTube videos, which is why YouTube is so powerful, because if someone watches your content for a couple of hours, which can be literally a handful of videos in some cases, they're really a lot more knowledgeable on you. They have a lot more trust in you and you have a lot more authority. Now, cold traffic, you're typically only going to see this with paid traffic because you are just popping up on someone's social media, whether it's Facebook, IG, etc., or a flyer even. Like you could even think of this as more traditional flyers and things like that. And people know nothing about you. You haven't had time to build trust or authority with them or anything like that. And so if you send these two types of traffic to the same landing page, whether this is a multi-step funnel or something else, you can have problems, because if you design your landing page with warm traffic in mind, you're not going to convert as well with the cold traffic. If you build your landing page considering cold traffic, then you're actually going to convert the warm traffic fine. But the big thing is, if you design a landing page thinking it's warm traffic, but it's actually cold traffic, the conversions are going to get hit horribly, because the biggest thing, as I just mentioned, is that lack of trust, authority, and relationship. They don't really know you. So you have to do a lot more to build out that trust and authority. So what that means is, on this landing page, you need to hit hard with case studies. You need to hit hard with testimonials. Testimonials. You need to hit hard with reviews, like number of clients worked with, type of things, those badges. You need to hit hard with trust badges, as I said, but a variation of that is like, we will never share your information, and having good HTTPS on your website, so like making sure your website's properly set up with HTTPS. Like you can't give people any reason not to trust what you're going on for. And then your offer needs to be even stronger. Offer has to be absolute fire, because with warm traffic, if people have built a lot of trust with you, they've watched a lot of YouTube videos, they've been following you for a long time, your offer can be a little bit more like iffy, it can be a little bit more uncertain, but because you've built so much trust, they're like, I'm still going to book in a call with you. I'm still going to book in a call, I'm still going to be willing to work with you because I feel like I know you. There's the whole parasocial relationship that people talk about. But when it comes to cold traffic, things have to be dialed in so much more. Otherwise, you're just throwing away money. And in addition to that, for warm traffic, you can drive people to a landing page that literally just makes them book right away. You can just have an embedded Calendly or booking form, and still you're not going to convert as many people as you as you could, as I mentioned in other videos, which I'll link to at the end, but you are still going to convert because there is that trust there. With cold traffic, that's going to be very difficult. With that no trust, to get people to book straight in, or you're also going to get bookings that people just aren't going to show up. It's going to be kind of waste a lot of your time and a lot of your leads. So that's why when it comes to cold traffic, you often see cold traffic being driven to what we call a multi-step funnel. So it will be an opt-in page. So they ask for your email plus name or number. Then you have, say, a VSL, a free training, and then you go to book a call. So every step of the way, so you're capturing the people who wouldn't have enough trust or authority yet to book a call in with you. Then you get to the next page. You actually do give them some value and you build some authority by giving this free training. Then they're like, okay, I think now I'm ready to book a call, etc. And then you book a call, for example. So those are a couple of things that you have to consider when it comes to warm or cold traffic. So where's my traffic actually coming from? If it's coming from social media and you've got a bit of a following, it's more than likely warmer traffic. So you can get away with a bit of a less tight landing page and a bigger ask them to book a call right away. But if it's coming from paid traffic, you really have to do as much as you can that your landing page is super tight with trust, authority, building, social proof in as many ways as you can. And that's also why we do the multi-step funnels, is gives us more time to build that trust and authority, but you're also capturing people who don't have enough trust and authority just yet. And then obviously, as I discussed in that other video, then we can continue to nurture those people over email, for example, to build that trust and authority more, and then eventually get them to book. But you have to be aware of what traffic source do you actually have. And if you're running paid ads to a landing page that's not optimized for cold traffic, you're going to have a problem. So if you want help building out a proper landing page, whether it's for your organic traffic or if it's for paid traffic, you can check the link in the description. You can book a time with me. If you want to understand why it's so important to have automations and breaking up your funnel into multi-steps in most cases, then you can also check the video that I've linked to.